Hey, Kate, I heard the news. You're getting married, right? You know better than not to tell me, don't you? If you're a member of my class, then you have to report everything to me. Don't you remember this rule?
What do you mean by rule? How many years do you think have passed since we graduated from high school, Monica?
No matter how many years pass, the rule still applies. Come on, we're classmates for God's sake. Isn't it common sense that you should tell me that you're getting married?
No, it really isn't.
But I mean, I do understand why you were embarrassed to tell me that you were getting married to that skinny nerd. I still can't believe that the nerdiest couple in school is getting married.
What?
You know, I seriously thought that it was a joke when I first found out. I mean, what are the odds that all of the high school sweethearts you two survive? Now you're getting married. What a shocker. I mean, you two do in fact go well with each other, given the glasses and the braces.
Could you stop making fun of us for once? We're not children anymore, and I'm tired of your nonsense. You think that you're one of the pretty girls, right? Well, good for you, but no one cares. So I suggest that you stop acting entitled to make fun of others.
Is the nerd talking back to me? You know, you shouldn't get so full of yourself just because you're going to get married.
Since when was I ever full of myself?
Quit acting dumb. You know that you're acting full of yourself. You're looking down on me because I'm still single. Just because you got married before me doesn't mean that you're above me in any way. I'd rather be single than be a nerd married to a nerd. And I know for a fact that you two are poor.
What makes you think we're poor?
I could already tell before we even graduated from high school. You nerds with no social skills will never be able to create or land opportunities for yourselves. Your fate was decided before you were even born. Imagine being ugly and poor. Please do society a favor and don't make any kids, alright? Because you'll just make the world a more miserable place.
Don't you dare say anything about my future children. I make my own decisions, and you're in no place to say anything about them. You bullied me every single day while I was in high school, but I didn't let people like you drag me down and got to where I am all on my own. Just so you know, I work at the company that I'd always dreamt of working since I was a child, and Stuart was able to make his dream of becoming a doctor come true as well.
What? That useless nerd is a doctor now?
Yes, and that's because no matter what anyone else said, we always had each other through everything, and now we're finally getting married. There's no point in you bothering me anymore. I'm already exactly where I want to be.
But how? So you're getting married to a doctor? How is that fair? Why do you get to live the rest of your life relying on your high-income doctor husband?
I mean, I have no intention of relying on him completely since I work too. But it's true that he's making much more money than me. I never knew exactly how much a doctor makes, but let's just say that he makes a lot.
This isn't fair. I just got rejected by a doctor a while ago. How does it make sense that I get rejected and a nerd like you gets to marry a doctor? I won't allow that to happen.
What do you mean?
I'm telling you to cancel the marriage right now. I don't allow you two to marry. So I need you to break up with each other.
Are you crazy? What on earth makes you think that your selfish needs would be a reason for us to break up with each other? We're almost done preparing for the wedding, and there's nothing you can do to stop it.
Do you really think that you can just get married before me like this? And the nerd is now a high-income earning doctor. You know what? If you won't break up with him, then hand him over to me so I can marry him instead. I will not allow you to become anything more than what you really are, a nerdy lowlife.
Have you lost your mind?
You listen to what the popular girl says. This rule has been in place since high school, and it still applies. Make a choice. You can either break up with him or hand him over to me right now.
Hey, Kate, we need to talk.
Yeah, what's up?
I need you to break up with me. I found someone else that I feel a stronger connection with, and I think that I'll regret it for the rest of my life if I don't choose her.
What?
I know that we're about to get married, but as I said, if I lie to myself now, then I'll probably regret it forever. There's someone that I want to love and take care of for the rest of my life. I'm sorry, but my mind is already made up.
But what do you mean?
I probably wouldn't know what to say if I were in your shoes too, but I need you to understand. I really was looking forward to marrying you, and you're an amazing person. But I found someone that I feel something that I've never felt towards anyone else before.
We've been preparing for this wedding for months now. You told me that I was the love of your life when you proposed to me. We stayed beside each other through thick and thin since high school. Are you really saying that this person is worth disregarding all that for? I can't believe you.
I'm sorry. It really does break my heart, but the person that I'd always admired for years finally reached out to me, and I need to be honest with my heart. I've been dreaming of being with her for so long, and I can't let this chance get away.
Someone that you'd always admired?
Yeah, I'm sure you remember her. She used to be in the same class as us when we were in high school. Her name is Monica.
Monica?
Yeah, we found each other out of nowhere.
What do you mean?
Well, I was just shopping by myself and we just stumbled upon each other. I mean, she was the prettiest girl out of the whole grade. How could I not recognize her? But I never expected her to recognize me back since I was such a quiet nerd back then. She tapped on my shoulder and started talking to me.
What?
She suggested that we go get some coffee and do some catching up. Right as we were leaving, she asked me if I wanted to be her boyfriend. And I've never told you this before, but I'd always admired her since the first day of high school, so I ended up saying yes before even thinking.
Wait, you liked Monica since we were in high school? Why didn't you tell me before we started dating?
I mean, I obviously had no chance to date her, so why would I say that and embarrass myself? If I had told anyone, I'm sure a rumor would have been going around by the next day. It's just that the way she carries herself around with such confidence, it's something that I'd never be able to do. And you gotta understand how attractive that is through a nerd's eyes. I've always wanted to make a girl like that my girlfriend. The chance is finally here.
Always? You've thought in that way since we were dating each other too?
I mean, of course, I liked you too. I felt really safe around you, and like someone finally truly understood me without judging me for being a nerd. But at the same time, I often found myself doubting whether I liked you or I just liked your company.
Seriously?
Yeah, but then again, I'd always believed that only a nerdy girl would marry a nerdy guy like me, so I believed that you were the best option that I had. And that's the reason why I proposed to you. But all that fell apart when the popular girl who I'd always wanted to date had finally noticed my worth. Now I'm just committed to making Monica the happiest girl in the world.
But just like that? I've loved you for so long. I still admire you every single day, just like the first time we met. You're still the first person that I think about when I wake up. Are you just going to betray me like this? We've supported each other for so long.
Thank you so much for everything, Kate. I wouldn't have made it to where I am without you. But I'm in love, and if you truly wish the best for me, then I want you to let me go. I wish the best for you.
Wow, I genuinely don't know what to say. This was the kind of person that you were? Fine, I'll break up with you, and the marriage is cancelled. Just don't ever show up in front of me again. I never want to see your face again.
Okay, I'm going to turn in the marriage certificate now. I hope you have a good life, Kate.
Hey, Kate, how are you? Because I'm feeling great. Why, you ask? Well, as you've heard from Stuart, I'm getting married. Sorry for taking your Prince Charming away from you.
Why would you do this to me? You can't just show up in front of a former classmate after a few years and ruin her life like that. How is that fair?
Look, I gave you a choice at the beginning. You get to choose whether you were going to break up with him or hand him over to me. Since you never broke up with him, I assumed that you chose to hand him over to me. You know, if anyone, you should blame yourself for your indecisiveness.
What kind of logic is that?
This is the same logic that applied ever since we were in high school. The nerdy, quiet kids listen to whatever the pretty, popular kids say. Have you forgotten?
Grow up, for God's sakes. Whatever. Well, our marriage was just ruined thanks to you. So I'll be suing you for whatever compensation I can get.
Do you think I care? My husband's now a doctor who earns hundreds of thousands a year. I mean, he was absolutely zero interest to me when we were in high school, but he really stepped up his game, didn't he? He was pretty well groomed and looked like he finally knew how to dress up. And he's a doctor on top of that. There couldn't be a man more worthy of being my husband.
Are you seriously not giving me an apology for stealing my fiancé?
Why would I apologize to you? I took what was rightfully mine from you. If his heart belongs to me, then it's only natural that he chooses to marry me over you. I feel so bad for you. You started off as a nerd, and now you're still a nerd, just single. You lost against me in everything there is to life. I'll pay you whatever amount that you want, but don't ask me to apologize to you, idiot.
Wow, I never knew that someone could look down on others so badly. You know, I never asked to be in the same class as you. I never asked to be a part of your popularity race. Yet, you have to involve everyone and look down on them, just so you can feel better about yourself. I'm tired of your games.
Good for you. Those on top of the hierarchy have a natural right to rule over those below them. And the queen wanted your fiancé, so she got him. You know, I do kind of feel bad for you, though. You were so close to becoming rich and winning the race, but then came me again. I'll be enjoying the rest of my life with my Dr. Stuart.
What are you talking about? Stuart's not a doctor.
What?
Stuart's no longer a doctor. He's just some normal office worker that you could find anywhere. He makes less than even me. If you're trying to become rich, then marrying him probably isn't the smartest way.
Wait, what do you mean he's not a doctor anymore?
Marrying him wouldn't have led me to becoming rich anyway, so I have no regret in letting you take him from me.
What?
I really loved him, and that's why I wanted to marry him. But since he wasn't half the person I thought he was, I hope you have a good life with each other.
Wait a minute. Answer my question. What do you mean that he's not a doctor anymore? You told me that he became a doctor. What's the point of marrying him if he isn't a doctor?
I said that he became a doctor because he did. He was a doctor up until a little while ago, but he changed career paths.
What? What does that mean?
He quit the medical field and moved to another job. Because he's just starting off in that job, so he's barely making anything more than just a part-timer. I currently make twice the amount that he makes.
What? Wait a minute. Why on earth would he quit being a doctor and start a job that barely pays him anything? I can't marry someone who barely gets paid more than a part-timer.
Thinking back to it now, the only reason that he wanted to become a doctor was because he wanted a job that would be respected by others, and money was second priority. But his only drive was his complexity of being bullied by people like you in high school. So, he couldn't take the workload of a doctor.
What?
Yeah, getting into med school and getting his medical license only required him to study, which he was pretty good at. But actually being a doctor was a whole different story, and he needed to communicate with patients and work together with other nurses. It looked like he couldn't do that part very well, so he ended up quitting.
So you're telling me that he quit his job as a doctor and moved to another occupation because he couldn't talk to other people?
Well, I recommended him to change occupations. He started getting skinnier and skinnier by the day, and I couldn't bear to keep watching. I wasn't even sure if he would make it to the wedding healthy.
And he just quit his job as a doctor and started another job with zero experience. And he barely gets paid anything on top of that, right?
I mean, I get paid enough to take care for the two of us, so that aspect didn't seem like a problem to me. I just told him not to worry about the financial aspect.
How much do you make anyway?
It's not as much as a doctor, but I make a little more than $70,000 per year.
70,000? You? How are you managing to make so much?
Because the real world isn't the same as high school. No one unreasonably decides that they're above you and disregards your efforts for everything. They value you for the value that you provide them. And I guess I'm relatively valuable to the company that I work for.
Wait, so how much is Stuart making right now then? You said that he makes as much as a part-timer. Like, so 50,000, right?
Do you seriously think that a part-timer makes that much? I don't think that his annual salary even reaches $30,000 a year. So probably a bit over 20,000?
A bit over 20,000? He only makes that much.
Yeah, that's why I said I never intended to marry him for the money anyway. I never cared about his income or his social status. But regardless of everything that we've been through, I never want to marry someone who just throws their significant other like that. I feel nothing towards him anymore. So, do as you please with him.
But I don't want him either. I can't marry someone who only makes $20,000 a year. I'm calling the marriage off. You can have him back right away.
I don't want to take care of a piece of trash like him, so I won't be accepting your offer. By the way, it might be too late to call the wedding off. Stuart texted me a few hours ago that he was going to turn in the marriage certificate.
What?
Yeah, so you better hurry. I've heard that it's going to be a hassle to do something about a marriage certificate that it's been already turned in. Good luck.
I can't believe him. He turned in the certificate without me. The workers keep telling me that I can't do anything about it if the papers have already been signed. Damn it! Why did I have to sign the paper in advance?
Congratulations. I hope you and Stuart live happily ever after together.
Shut up! I can't believe this. I'm the most popular in the grade. How do I end up with some antisocial nerd who can't even make a decent amount of money? I'm supposed to marry a doctor who's gonna let me live like a princess. How do I possibly end up with an office worker? I will not allow someone like that to be my husband.
Well, it looks like the two of you are legally official now. Oh wait, I have a good idea. Would you like me to let everyone from our grade know that the two of you got married? Of course you would. It's part of the class rules, and you love your rules, don't you?
Don't you dare! I'll have nowhere to go if everyone finds out that I'm married to that nerd.
Do you think so? I feel like everyone's gonna congratulate you on your happy marriage.
Shut up! Now tell me what to do about this situation right now. Because Stuart is refusing to get divorced with me, no matter how many times I ask him. He just says that he doesn't want to, since we just got married. That nerd doesn't know his place anymore.
Come on, Monica. You don't have to call him that nerd. You should call him my husband.
I will not allow him to be my husband. Why don't you take him back from me then?
What do you mean?
I need a reason to get divorced from him, and you want the love of your life back, don't you? This is a win-win situation. I'll treat him like trash, and he'll want you back right away.
Why would I want him back?
What do you mean?
I wouldn't want an idiot who's dumb enough to throw away true love for some childish reason.
You could try and call everyone from our high school class and ask them for help. I'm sure everyone would want to help the popular pretty girl. As I said, I don't want to tell everyone about this. They're gonna find out that I married the nerd, and it will ruin my reputation.
Then I suggest that you accept reality and just stay married with him. You can't have everything.
Please. Oh, and make sure to prepare the compensation money that you're going to pay me. What?
I'll send you the bill by the end of this month. Make sure to make the payment on time, okay? Or else I might just accidentally slip up and tell the whole class about you stealing my fiancé and marrying him.
Kate, I need you to answer me.
What do you want?
Monica's been acting crazy lately. She was super into me when she first asked me out. But ever since we got married, she's like a completely different person. She won't bother to have any conversation with me. And whenever something doesn't completely meet her expectations, she starts throwing crazy tantrums and abuses me physically and verbally.
Wow, that sounds like a lot to handle.
Obviously, only broke up with you because Monica said that she wanted to live happily ever after with me. Why does she keep screaming that she wants a divorce now?
I have no idea.
And that's not the only thing. She always uses up all my earnings. I tell her to stop, but all she says is that she'll never stop until I divorce her. I don't know what to do anymore.
So what you're saying is that there's an obvious imbalance in the power between you in the relationship?
Exactly. She won't even help out with the housework. Whenever I'm feeling down about work, she just scoffs at me and continues doing her thing. I can't take this anymore. I miss you.
What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to ask if we can work things out. If I were to get divorced from Monica, then would you be able to marry me by any chance? As soon as you promise that to me, I'll get a divorce done right away and we can get married.
Seriously? Why the hell would I get married to you? You showed exactly how shallow of a person you are when you decided to leave me for some high school diva.
What?
And although it's true that we've been dating since high school, I have no regrets whatsoever about this. And do you not remember me saying that I never want to see your face again? This is goodbye. Hope things work out for you.
Wait, please. I really do regret betraying you the way that I did. I finally realized that you really are my only true love.
If you really like me that much, then I'm sure you'll be able to understand how I feel.
But
if I don't leave you right now, I'm going to regret it for the rest of my life. You're stuck with who you're married to now, so try to make the most of it. I blocked Monica and Stuart right after ending that conversation. I've heard that Monica's been trying to desperately keep her secret from the rest of the class. But someone spotted her shopping alongside Stuart, and it seems like every single person in our grade knows about it. I heard that Monica absolutely lost it after this, and she reached out to her past friends to help her get out of the marriage, explaining that she got married by accident. But all everyone said was, "You two deserve each other," and no one offered to help.